welcome back as we continue with the glamour show. So you told us about makeup. So who do you do makeup on? For example, maybe people with students, models. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so I do makeup for a variety of people. Students, I also teach makeup. I learned to do makeup from YouTube, so I usually tend to teach people who don't have the capacity to go to a cosmetology school. So I tell them you can always learn from YouTube. And I do makeup for everyone as long as you book me. And I've done for brides, I've done for their bridal parties, I've done for birthdays. I have even done some just for the collaboration. And there are those who, like if you book me, there are those who I'll charge a certain amount because you don't expect all kinds of makeup to be the same. I also do collaborations with other models. I have worked with several other models where I have done their makeup and they have used that to brand me and to also showcase the work that I do as a makeup artist. And I have loved doing that. Makeup is one of the things I love doing. So sometimes I just do it for the fun of doing it, not expecting that I'll get a reward after it or expecting that I'll get money. But of course, I want money as well. That's why I usually charge for my services when I'm booked. Yeah.
Wow, that is good. So you do makeup. So if people want maybe to be done makeup on, so you said that you teach them. So the people that you teach, do you see as if they have that passionate to learn about makeup?
Okay, most people that I teach are actually models. And as a model, you must know how to do your own makeup. It is very important for you to learn. So that's why I take my time to teach them how to do their own makeup, at least to even apply foundation and do their eyebrows and eyeshadow, the basics. But for more advanced, we go deeper into the technicalities of makeup and how it should sit on the skin and how it should be. And I usually do that with models and anyone who wants to learn how to do makeup. Yeah, makeup is an art, so if you're not interested in that form of art, you will not be able to learn. But if you are interested to learn that form of art and self-expression, you get to learn easily. Yeah.
So when you started modeling, who does makeup for you? Is it yourself or you book someone to do makeup on you?
I learned to do my own makeup so that I don't have to rely on others to do my makeup, because sometimes people fail you, and we are human. We tend to get into different situations. Sometimes they might be late, sometimes they are sick. So I decided not to rely on people as much. So that's why I taught myself how to do makeup. And I always do my own makeup when I'm going to a pageant or a runway show. I do my own makeup. I prefer the style of makeup that I do. Every makeup artist has a different way of doing their makeup. I love the way I do my own makeup. That's why I choose to do it for myself for every occasion that I go to. Yeah, and I love doing it for myself.
Wow, that is interesting. To do makeup on yourself, it's very easy and you're able to do it in a very short time. So do you have any brands that you've worked with?
So far I have worked with Curry Beauty College. They teach makeup. I have worked with them as a model, and I had to learn how to let go for someone else to do my own makeup, because as I've told you, I love doing my own makeup. So for someone else to do it for me, it was hard. But I had to learn how to let someone else do it. That's why I decided to partner with them. So whenever they have classes of advanced makeup skills when they're teaching their students, I usually go there as one of their models, and I love doing that. And it makes me happy. It's very fun for me.
That is true. Your makeup is really perfect.
Thank you.
Can you do makeup for maybe a man who's a model? Are you able to do makeup on a man, or what do you think for makeup on men?
Okay, yes, I have done makeup on men. Depending on the creative aspects that you're going for. Sometimes they want creative makeup. That's when you draw on the face or on the body. You find the decorative art on the body and on the face. I have done that for men before. And there are men who actually wear makeup on a daily basis. It might sound strange and weird to other people, but men, their skin is same to the skin of women, so I don't see much of a difference as long as you know how to blend your products, make sure they blend with their skin, make sure the color of that foundation you're using is the same as the skin, and you don't do too much on a male skin. You do just a little bit, like the foundation, and maybe draw the eyebrows and just define the eyebrows and define their facial features. That's where male makeup comes in, and mostly I've done it for TV shows. I had worked with a certain TV production for a movie, and I had to do makeup on male models so that they don't shine so much when they're on camera. And I've also done it on other models, and yeah, I find it very easy to do makeup on men, and it's fun.
That is awesome. So yeah, I've seen men who do makeup, but some others find it challenging to do makeup. So tell us anywhere, any brand that people should avoid that is maybe you used and it was not good.
Okay, when it comes to brands, I wouldn't actually tell someone to avoid, but I would advise use products that work with your skin. Everyone has a different skin type. Everyone has different reactions to products. The products I might use, you might not use, and I don't want to tell you not to use it, yet it might work for someone else. And you find when you get a product that works for you, stick to that product no matter what. Stick to that product, however expensive or cheap it might be. Use it as long as you are alive, because that is the product that works for you. You might go to a different makeup artist and they use different products on your skin, and at the end of the day your skin reacts to it. You get pimples, you get blackheads, your skin just breaks out. And I usually tell people, my friends, my clients, use products that you have been using for a very long time. When I do makeup appointments, I usually tell my clients to come with their moisturizer, the ones I have been using. That is what I will use on their skin before I put even the foundation, before I put any other makeup product on top of their skin, because skin is very delicate and you don't want to damage someone's skin by telling them avoid this or use this, and yet they might not work for everyone. So everyone is different, every skin is different, so you treat everyone differently. The way I might do someone else's makeup is not the same way I might do your makeup. So I'll advise you on what to use that goes with your skin and your skin type.
That is true. Some people have very sensitive skin. Maybe they develop blackheads because we react differently. And maybe that is their nature. But makeup is good and it's normal to use it. So tell us, what other thing have you done apart from medicine, and what other field are you into?
Okay, as I had said earlier, I am a lover of art. I love to sing. I actually won the talent competition of Miss Unite International. I was the talent winner, and I love singing. I also draw. I have drawn a few pieces, but I'm not as great, but I'm still learning and making sure my skill is more pronounced. I love makeup, as you know, and I also love crocheting. Crocheting, it is something I've learned since I was small, and it's something I've developed into an art. I design clothes. I will actually be showcasing at Global Fusion some of my crochet designs. That is a fashion show that is going to be next month, and it is one of the biggest runways in Nairobi right now, and it's very interactive. You get to interact with so many different designers. You get to learn from everyone else. You get to see different designs and see how I will incorporate those designs into my crochet pieces. But I'm also learning how to design clothes, sustainable clothes, because I am into sustainable fashion, where I reuse old materials that have been there, old clothes, and give them new life through new clothes that I have made myself, or I have collaborated with other people to make them.
Wow, you have so many plans ahead, and that is nice. Wow, and you won the talent show. I hope that our viewers, you're learning something from our guests. You've won so many things, titles. So, about drawing, what do you draw? Explain more about that, please.
Well, growing up, I used to draw portraits, faces of people or animals. I loved the details that the face has, so I used to draw that. But right now, I am moving on to fashion and design. So I'm moving on to designing dresses, designing clothes. So I have to enhance my skill in drawing clothes, that move on the body, and how I envision it and how I picture it, how it's going to look on someone's body. So that is where drawing comes in again for me. So I'm learning how to draw clothes on someone's body, how it flows, how it will look as a fashion designer.
So when you're modeling, you said that you you said that you make, when you're modeling, when you go into the competition, do you plait your hair, or, and also the clothes that you use, are you the one who makes them, or you rent from someone?
Okay, about my hair, I have had it shaved for the since February. I had sister locks on. For the past 5 years, I had sister locks, so I had them shaved quite recently. And I've gone to pageants with my natural hair, with my sister locks. I have also done wigs. I love actually doing wigs. I install them myself. And right now I am embracing having short hair. I love having short hair. It is, they say it is low maintenance. It's true, but you also have to put in the work to keep it looking nice. So I've been going to the recent pageants. I've been going to them with my short hair. And about the outfits, I collaborate with a designer who has worked in creating pageant outfits, because we're given different categories and we have to showcase each category. And I have worked with different designers and I've actually hired outfits. Some I have made myself, but most of the time we usually hire outfits from designers who just focus on pageant outfits. Yeah, there are several of them around the country, and you find them. There are several in Nairobi. Some I know them, some I don't, but we tend to collaborate and work together. And at the end of the day, I will pay them, or they will pay me to showcase their clothes, or I pay them to work with their clothes.
That is nice. So tell our viewers about your experience in modeling, drawing, designing, and also in the makeup industry. Explain more to our viewers and the challenges that you go through.
Modeling, drawing, makeup, and everything has their challenges. You might find sometimes when I'm modeling, there are times where I was discouraged. I've gone to a pageant, I have not even gotten to the top 5. It is discouraging, yet I've put in the effort, the money to hire the outfits, and you're not even in the top 5. So at some point it was discouraging, but I kept on pushing forward, and I got to a point where I just told God, you know what, if this was for me, it was for me. If it's not for me, take it away. So that is what I told myself with modeling, and God brought something for me that now I'm representing Kenya on an international space. It's an international pageant. Countries from all over the world are competing, and I'm one of the contestants, and I'm really happy that I overcame all the challenges, all the backlash people are giving me, and I came to a place where I am safe, and I continued working hard as a model to get to where I am, to get to the pageant where I am right now. And to represent Kenya is not a joke. It is not a joke. Ask anyone who has been to the Miss World pageant or to the Miss Universe pageant. Any international pageant is not a joke. It takes hard work, it takes resilience and prayer. One thing I'll tell people is always pray. And also with makeup, you find that there are clients who want you to do their makeup for almost nothing. You find you have invested a lot in your products. Like, I usually tend to go for the more expensive products that I know work on most skin types. So when I find someone who's telling me to do their makeup at a very low price, it discourages me and it makes me feel bad. But I usually tend to go with the people I've worked with before, and they already know the prices I have, the prices I give, and they are willing to pay that amount. Even if I increase it, they are willing to pay. Those are the kinds of clients I'm currently working with, but I'm welcoming anyone who wants my services as a makeup artist. And as long as you know your worth in the fashion and beauty industry, know your worth as a makeup artist, as a model, as a fashion designer. As long as you know your worth, you know where you're going, and you know your goal at the end of the day, no matter what challenges you face. It might be money, it might be lack of clients, it might be not winning the pageants. No matter, as long as you know where you're heading and you're resilient and you're hardworking, you will get your goal every single time. You will get whatever you want. and always pray, put God first in whatever you do, because God will always open a door for you.
We have many challenges, and we hope that you are able to overcome them. So if a client wants you to do makeup on them, and then maybe they don't pay the exact money that you agreed, how do you solve that?
So most of the time when I am doing makeup or making a crochet outfit, I usually ask for the deposit. That is usually half of the amount we had agreed on, or 3/4 of the amount we had agreed on, because sometimes you find a client uses your services and then they don't want to pay. I have been there. So I tend to tell them to pay the deposit, and then on the day of the event or the delivery of the services, you pay the rest as I continue doing your makeup, or as I bring your outfit, you pay the rest. That is how I usually work, because I have been in situations where someone has refused to pay because they were not happy. But I usually tend to tell people, if you don't like my services, you should not have booked me in the first place, because you booking me means you saw my services somewhere, you saw the things I do, and you liked it. That's why you booked me as your makeup artist, or you asked me to make your crochet outfits. So if you are not impressed with that, there are other people out there. I may not be the one you wanted, but I am there for that time. So if I'm doing your makeup, or if anyone is doing whatever service it is, please pay that person, because they're also working hard to get whatever they need.
That is really what you've said. So please advise our youths who maybe are interested to join the modeling field, the makeup field, and all that.
One advice I give to the generation is resilience. If you want something, go for it. If you want to be a model, there are very many modeling training agencies here in Kenya, and you can just pick any of them and just start. When you want to reach your goal, we always say a journey of 1,000 steps, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. If you don't take that step towards whatever you want, you will never get to where you want. So I would advise them, take that leap of faith and go for whatever you want. If you want to start being a makeup artist and you don't have the money for a cosmetology school, but you have a little money for products, buy those products, go on YouTube. There are very many tutorials on how to do makeup, and start learning on yourself before you can do it for someone else. And once you've mastered it on yourself, call your friend, call your mom, your sister, your brother, whoever is there, tell them, I want to practice on you. Can I do it? Do it with them. For crochet, go to the yarn shop, buy yarn, go watch a tutorial on YouTube, and start making outfits for yourself, for your sisters, for your friends, for your sisters' dolls. Just make something with your hands. It will be more beneficial to you as a person than you just sitting there idle, not doing anything and asking yourself, God, why am I not getting what I want? And yet you did not take that step towards your goal. For modeling, also I'd advise, when you go for it, be ready to learn and unlearn things, because different trainers have different ways of teaching you. I might be teaching you something different than your previous trainer, and you find that you get confused in between. So you be ready to learn and unlearn new things, because we learn things every single day. And when you're told to do something by your teachers, your trainers, take it with take it to heart, listen to whatever they're saying, and get to learn more from them because they have been there, they know what they're saying. So you get to learn more. There are also YouTube tutorials on Instagram. You should actually follow international models and see how they're doing things different from the way you are doing here, and see how you can incorporate whatever they're doing into whatever you are learning in your trainings.
So can you tell can you tell us where to get you?
I am on Instagram at Miss Marte and on TikTok at Miss Wawa. Those are my handles. You can get me anytime, any day. Feel free to follow, like, and also DM me, and I will respond.
So I hope that our viewers who are passionate about makeup and modeling will follow you. Can you also teach? Do you teach on weekly basis, or what days are you free to teach?
Okay, I usually teach on appointments. When I'm booked for teaching either makeup or modeling, I usually book a week or two prior. And we usually have training at Uhuru Park every Saturday from 2 p.m. and that's how I work.
So our viewers, I hope that you are going to follow her on her IG so that you get more information, and her social handles. I will also add her pictures so that you can see the work that she has been doing. And I believe you've learned something. Thank you so much for watching the show, the Glamour Show, and I hope that you comment, like, share on our YouTube pages, and also thank you for following us. See you on the other show. Bye bye. I love you.